Hi and welcome to a FortiWeb training video on how to validate a user input to prevent potential injections. In this demonstration, we will examine a vulnerability on a website called www.example.com. This e-commerce platform allows customers to search for products, add them to their cart, and complete purchases. However, the site lacks proper input validation and sanitization, making it susceptible to injection attacks. An attacker could exploit this weakness by tampering with URL parameters, such as product IDs, to manipulate SQL queries executed by the backend database. For example, the legitimate URL for viewing a product might look like this. However, an attacker could modify the ID parameter to inject malicious SQL code, like this. This changes the query the server executes to. Since 1 equals 1 is always true, this query could return all the products in the database or even expose unintended sensitive data. This highlights the importance of properly validating and sanitizing user input to prevent such attacks. To address injection vulnerabilities, FortiWeb offers a comprehensive set of strategies to protect your web applications from attacks. First, input validation ensures strict rules for incoming parameters. For instance, it can block suspicious patterns like single quote or 1 equals 1 and enforce that ID parameters only accept numeric values. Next, signature-based injection detection uses an updated signature library to block known attacks, including SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and path traversal. Syntax-based injection detection analyzes SQL or JavaScript syntax to identify malicious requests with high accuracy, minimizing false positives. Finally, anomaly detection learns normal traffic patterns and flags requests with abnormal parameter values as potential threats. Together, these strategies enable FortiWeb to provide robust protection against injection attacks, keeping your applications and data secure. To configure an input validation rule, navigate to Web Protection Input Validation, Parameter Validation, and click Parameter Validation Rule. Click Create New and provide a descriptive name for the rule. Enable the host status option and specify the host name. Enter the post URL details, select Alert and Deny under action to block and log malicious requests. Set the severity to low and click OK to save. Next, click Create New to define the parameter rule. Set the name type to simple string, enter the parameter name, specify the location as URL, and enable Use Type Check. Set the argument type to data type and specify the data type as numbers. Click OK and then click OK again to save all changes. Next, we will configure the input validation policy. Navigate to the Parameter Validation Policy tab, click Create New, and enter a name for the policy, then click OK. Next, click Create New to add the previously created parameter validation rule to the policy. Select the rule, click OK, and then click OK once more to save all the changes. The next step is to configure a signature policy. Navigate to Web Protection, Known Attacks, Signatures, click Create New, and enter a name for the policy. Enable the signature categories that are not enabled by default, such as cross-site scripting extended and SQL injection extended. Then click OK to save. Next, apply the signature policy to the Web Protection profile. Navigate to Policy, Web Protection Profile, and click Create New. Enter a name for the profile and select the signature policy you created. Click OK to save the profile. Finally, apply the new Web Protection profile to the server policy by editing the policy, selecting the created profile, and clicking OK to complete the process. To configure SQL/XSS syntax-based detection, navigate to Policy, Web Protection Profile, click Create New, and enter a name for the profile. Scroll down to the SQL/XSS syntax-based detection section. Select the desired profile and click OK to save. Then, to apply the policy, go to your server policy, select the newly created web protection profile, and click OK to complete the process. To configure anomaly detection, start by navigating to Server Policy. Select a policy and click Edit. Scroll down to the Machine Learning section and click Create. In the domain settings, enter the relevant domain names and click OK to save. Next, go to Web Protection ML-based Anomaly Detection, click Edit, and under Action Settings, click Edit under Threat Model. Select the appropriate threat model and click OK to save. To validate that the attacks are being blocked, navigate to Log Access Attack. Select in SQL Injection Extended Attack from the list and review the attack details to confirm that it has been successfully blocked. Thanks for watching.